All right, everybody, welcome back to our Classic Games Done Quick 10th anniversary broadcast, where we are taking the original Classic Games Done Quick schedule, which is our first ever GDQ event, which happened in 2010, January 1st through the 3rd, and we're just doing all the runs that happened there. There's a lot of new runners, but also a few returning runners, such as the wonderful speedrunner that we have here, and that is Feasel. Feasel, of course, is always a fan favorite, and it's a pleasure to have him. So, Feasel, welcome.
Oh, thank you. So, I guess without further ado, let me just start from a hard start here. And we got Bionic Commando for you guys. I'll be starting it up in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Bionic Commando. Notable thing about this game is that you can't jump. There's no jump button. But instead, there is a grappling hook, and that lets you do a whole bunch of things that are even more complex than jumping would be in a platformer game. And that's really where all the real tech from this game comes from, is using the grappling hook. You'll see there's... I'm going to get this continued just in... Oh my god, I got shot, of course. Alright, that's why we pick up the continues. With no health, like those really early games, just kind of... one hit will kill you. I didn't even see what shot. I think it was that dude behind the fence thing. Anyway, so yeah, we get this overworld map here. There's a bunch of stages. You can go to these stages in almost any order. There's some restrictions, but the problem is just that basically there's a set of communicators that you need and some other items that you need to advance. Alright, there we go. And so there's a certain order that you kind of have to do things in. Using the level exit code to get out of that level quickly. And now we have probably one of the more difficult stages in the early part of the run. Let's see if I also get shot here because I'm talking too much. But basically doing this with no health means I gotta just be careful. Great. So it's divided up into a couple different sections here. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. See, this is what I was concerned about. Once the pattern gets off. There we go. Spawn that guy a little lower this time. Sometimes those helicopter guys spawn in a spot where it's just so awkward to kill them. Playing that kind of safe, so I don't lose any more lives. Alright, pie machine. Alright, now that's the most tense level because I don't have any health, but after this level I'll get some upgrades to my max health. These bullets, bonus bullet times 10, that's what's upgrading your health. And then getting the rocket launcher, which is the only real good weapon in this game. Now there's a variety of different places you can go, but the fastest way to do this is to go from level 5 to level 3 and then 6. So that's what we're going to do now. If I game over, we get to just start the level again. Fortunately, I got a bunch of continues, so we should be fine. But, it's always a possibility in this game. Okay, oh, wow, that was so close. Watch how much easier this fight is with the good gun. Notice that thing took 4 shots instead of 3. Sometimes it just randomly shots. So yeah, you gotta keep an eye out on those boss kills there. Rapid fire device is another item that is completely useless. Alright, moving on to a stage that's pretty difficult. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna pick up a 1-up just to, you know, for marathon purposes here. There it is. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take a safe route. I don't want to get killed here. Alright, did that a little bit safer, but still get the picture. Doing some shortcuts to these platforms. You're not supposed to be able to go through the purple boxes, but you just get up into the wall or into the ceiling high enough, you can do it. And then there's this weird kind of bouncing thing that you can do to get through that. I don't know why that works. Alright. This guy's just a distraction. Don't hit me. Thank you. I pause slightly just to get him into a position where I can come up onto the ledge and take a damage boost there, so that I can stay stationary as I shoot that core down. You obtain Permit. So that is an item that lets you, that actually opens up some of the game for you. We get to go into this area and get, I think, a communicator, some kind of weapon. We have to get there. There's the permit. There's these communicator chips that we need to get in order to reach certain areas, or in order to progress in certain areas. So we got that. Now, every time these trucks move, and every time the helicopter moves, there's a 2-frame rule. And every time I've done one of these movements, there's been some frame rule that's active, and I may have gained or lost a sub-pixel each time. And it looks like I lost too many sub-pixels. Nothing I could have done about that, but I do get a truck encounter there, unfortunately. It's one of the frustrating things about trying to speedrun this game is you really have no control. There's no good manipulation for getting the right frame rule on any of these movements, and so you end up losing the run because that extra truck encounter just throws everything off. But it's a marathon run, so we just go with it. Oops.
So do you have any thoughts or memories about the original CGDQ, maybe specifically when you did Bionic Commando?
Yeah, Bionic Commando was the first that I did in CGDQ, and I got to the venue where it was supposed to be super late, like after my run was supposed to have started. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my first ever time doing this live, and I already screwed it up. It's actually... I was probably the only one who was delighted to see that we didn't actually start on time. Oh, that sounds awful. Obviously, we wanted
Of course.
time and everything, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I was saved. And so, yeah, this was quite hectic getting here to do this run. So, yeah, but actually, it was a very nice, cozy atmosphere in Mike's basement. Made it much easier to do this run. So, it all worked out. Now we have great storytelling.
That's right.
Alright, so yet another truck encounter. Alright, so here I'm going to have to switch weapons. There's very with the gun that we picked up in that other level, the 3-way gun. And if I were PJ, for instance, I would probably just keep going through that level with that gun and fight the boss using a certain kind of trick that lets you get embedded up into the ceiling, and there's a really easy way to fight that boss if you can get that trick, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm not going to do that. Oh my gosh, first try. Holy cow. It's like riding a bike. Oh my gosh, it's like falling off a bike. So, yeah, that's not the way you're supposed to go, but oh my gosh. Guess what? You guys get to see the trick again. Oh my god, we have to go the other way. There we go. You guys like the trick so much, I'm doing it twice.
I mean, any chance to see more Feasel, I'll take it.
There we go. Alright, pretend that never happened. Except for the good parts where I got the skip. There we go. So if you're going to use the three-way gun to kill that thing, there's a way that you can get sort of embedded up there in the ceiling and you shoot downward to hit that core. And I don't know, I've never been too consistent with it, so I'm just not doing it. But that would be faster than exiting the level, switching back to the rocket launcher, and then coming back in. But not by much. It's not a huge difference, really. So now we reach in the game, part in the game where we finally rescue Super Joe, who is the person that we did all this to rescue. But we're only just over halfway through the game, and we've already got Super Joe. So obviously there's more plot happening, and I don't think I've ever read this text, so I don't know what the plot is, but there's a bunch of plot things happening. It's something about Master D and General Killit, and a guy named Destroyer 3 in Area 18 that we'll never go and visit because his gun is garbage, and we don't need it. Now I'm going to hit another truck encounter, all as a result of that one random truck encounter that we got earlier. It just throws off the patterns, and you end up with yet another truck encounter here. It's kind of dumb, but you know, that's how the sub-pixels go. Alright, so there's just 3 more levels, 10, 11, 12. Do them in order. Just make sure I got actually the right stuff equipped. That is not the way to do that section. I like that little bounce that you can get by grappling diagonally right up with your face against a wall. I got that one good. Sometimes it's tough to hit that box. Alright. Please. I actually was getting this pit skip a bunch in practice, but I'm not even going to tempt fate here. I'm just going to do this. Just because I had those deaths earlier, I just don't want to have that happen again. Alright, Pie Machine is back. Still haven't calculated what pi is, but I mean, this game was made in the late 80s, so you know, it took them a lot longer to calculate. Yeah. Okay, we get, I don't know, some garbage here. 1-up. We got a 1-up for beating that level, thank you. There's only one useful item left in the game.
You're saying a 1-up's not useful?
It won't be for me, because I'm not dying again.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go, level 11. Area 11, I should say. Alright, good. Don't worry about that part. And then this part. Let's see what happens. Whoa, I can't believe that worked. Cool. backup strats. There we go. No problem. And I'm going to do a slightly safer version of where I kill the lasers on the ceiling. And then we finish the core off here, just in case. I have 3 health. It's not like I really need to do that, but I don't know. So we get here, the bulletproof vest is actually a useful item. It'll absorb 1 shot, I think, maybe 2, I can't even remember. It'll absorb some number of shots, so I will equip it here. And it looks snazzy, it looks awesome. Try to vest that looks like that. Okay, so if you've seen one of the more recent runs of this, you know that you can... I mean, obviously you can skip the elevators, we knew that even back in the day, but you can actually skip the barriers. There has been barrier skip discovered for this game, but I am not so consistent at it, and if you mess it up, it's not great. It's kind of a big time loss, so obviously it's something you would do in a PB attempt. I'm just going to go do this the normal way, kill the 2 cores, and, you know, do this in CGDQ, the CGDQ strats, so I'm showing off the old... Right, it's in honor of CGDQ, that's the reason I'm not barrier skip here.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer. So right here, yeah, that barrier, you can get shot by a bullet just as you hit that barrier, and it takes you through the barrier, and you can do it again in this section. But, yeah, we're gonna do some retro strats on this. This is a great speedrun, by the way. If anyone wants to pick up an NES game, I'd say this is probably one of the technical NES games there is. Like this game and maybe like Gimmick or something would be up there, but just like everything about movement is just got so many levels of complexity to it. You can save all kinds of time. Like if you watch the tasks and just it's mind blowing. You see just how high this game. And a lot of the task strats have actually been implemented by people now. By people, I mean PJ, so people, I don't know. PJ's somewhere between person and robot, but yeah, definitely check one of his runs out if you want to see how much further one can take this game. And here we go, last section. Playing a little bit safe there. Okay, so here we go. There's Master D in a jar. General Billet says, "Oh, the kid who was here before," even though I've never been here before. He's talking about. Now he's talking about something about an albatross. Now he's like, "Oh, never mind. We were going to revive Master D, and then a bunch of stuff was going to happen, and I changed my mind. I'm going to pull the plug and not revive Master D." And Master D, from inside his cryogenic chamber, decides he doesn't like that and shoots lightning bolts at Billet, which causes the machine to blow up. And then he comes out of stasis and is perfectly fine. For someone who was just revived from the dead. I don't know. It's Bionic Commando.
Very intense lore.
Yeah, it's... a lot of stuff happens. Some of it makes sense. If that's what you want, I'll show you the horror of the albatross. Hopefully this is not horrible. Oh my gosh, I actually got it. It just took me like 15 attempts in CGDQs. There we go, improvement. Alright, escape sequence left. Hi, I'm Hal. Master D is leaving. I won't last long. I take this bazooka. Go get him. There's a chopper down here. Aim with the cockpit as you jump. You can do it. Alright, bazooka time. Oh, I didn't miss. Oh. It's the most embarrassing thing to miss that stupid cockpit. Watch this. I love it. So many things escaped censorship. I guess because they changed so much to make the US version, and check out the Japanese version if you want to see what they actually changed here. It's not quite so loose, so thinly veiled what they're actually talking about in this game, if you watch the Japanese version. But I guess after everything they changed, they were like, alright, we can leave that in. Alright, sometimes that guy can control you, but the damage boost strat is pretty reliable. Neat thing about this is you don't even have to scroll the screen all the way up to the top. All right, time is coming up right now.
1918.
I got sub 20. Nice.
Very good.
That's pretty good. So yeah, and you reach the end of the game and decide, wait, I'm not going to escape. I'm just going to go back inside. And then your character dies. And then that's the end of the game. It's really sad because the island's going to blow up and, you know, you went back inside to rescue Joe. And there it goes. Well, it can't get much worse than that, can it? Oh no. There's no way to survive that one. Uh-oh. Now, hold on a second. What's going on that helicopter? Is that a Christmas tree they're delivering? Oh, it's me. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're actually fine.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good first run for you, Feasel. Definitely enjoyed. But you got another one.
I do. Oh man, this next game. So yeah, I did these two runs, I believe, in that order during CGDQ. Bionic Commando first, and River City Ransom. And River City Ransom, much more, I'd say, casual game than this. Like Bionic Commando, you have to. River City Ransom, anyone can play it, but it's so unpredictable that this is actually, for me, the easier of the two games that I've got to do here. So, we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and take a couple minutes break while we get set up, so don't go away. We will be back with River City Ransom.
Bye-bye.